So in this question, we're going to be working with surds and multiplying surds, and we have this equation here. So root 5 multiplied by, in brackets, root 8 plus root 18. And we're told that this can be written in the form a lots of root 10, where a is an integer, and then we're asked to find the value of a here. So when I'm working with surds like this and multiplying surds, I'm thinking about my laws of surds and how they're going to come in useful here. So if we're multiplying two surds together, the first thing that's coming to my mind is that, for example, if you had root a and you were multiplying that by root b, you could just write that out as the root of ab. So you can multiply surds in this manner. And that's going to come in really useful in this question. So if I write out the expression that I'm going to be working with, so root 5 lots of root 8 plus root 18, now in order to expand this bracket, I'm going to multiply root 5 by root 8, and then I'm going to add on root 5 multiplied by root 18. So firstly, if I take root 5 and multiply that by root 8, and then add on root 5 multiplied by root 18, by what I've just shown, this law of surds here, we can basically take the 5 and 8 and multiply them together to get 40, and then put that under the same square root sign. And similarly, for the 5 and 18, that gets us root 90. So now we have these two surds that we're working with, and we want to get our answer in terms of a root 10. And these can be simplified, so we're going to simplify these surds and get them in some form of something root 10 so that we can add them together. Now by the same principle here, I can break these surds down into their factors, and if one of the factors is a square number, when I square root that, I'm going to get an integer. So here, if I want to work with a root 10, if I take root 4, and multiply that by root 10. 4 multiplied by 10 is going to get us this 40. We have the root 10 that we want to be working with in the question. And then we have the root 4, which is going to leave us with a square number. So the square root of 4 is going to give us 2, multiplied by root 10, which can't be simplified any further, to root 10. And then similarly here for the root 90, we can do the same thing again. So root 9 multiplied by root 10 gets us root 90. The square root of 9 is going to be 3, and then we have the root 10. So now we have two surds which are all linking to this root 10 which we want to work with, and now we just need to find a. So if we have 2 lots of root 10 and we're adding on another 3 lots of root 10, that's going to leave us with a total of 5 lots of root 10, so 5 root 10. And then just to note here, we're asked to give a, and a is just this integer before the root 10. So in order to get the mark here, I simply have to write down 5. Writing down 5 root 10 wouldn't get the mark in this instance. So if I go back through and have a look at where each of the marks were awarded, firstly, you would get the first mark for either writing down root 40 or root 90. And then the second mark would be for simplifying this even further and getting to the 2 root 10 or 3 root 10 that we're working with. And then the final mark would be for the correct final answer here at the end of 5. And this has to be 5. 5 root 10 in the answer box would only get us 2 of the marks for the working out part of this question.